slide. Let's beat the squad. Big Pat shelling Dante the dark jive. Drop the stats on him. Drop the facts on him. Spur King, baby. Let's get it on.
Hey, fam, it's your man Dante the DarkKnight, and welcome to the postseason edition of Eagles Talk. Our Philadelphia Eagles season is over, as we witnessed on Sunday, as we bowed out disgracefully against the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday afternoon. Very disappointing to most people, to most of us. It was disappointing because we were looking to make a run for a consecutive Super Bowl wins, and that was not to be after that disappointing loss against the San Francisco 49ers. And now we begin the process of righting the ship. Our offseason begins now. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of I've had some time to digest it, and I probably showed it on the post-game show on Sunday. I'm relieved. And I'm not going to say I'm overjoyed or anything like that, but I'm kind of happy that we're in this spot now. And what spot is that? Meaning that this season is over. This debacle of, watching this offense underperform game after game after game after game is over. We've been put out of our misery. We don't have to see this most expensive offense in the league underperform any longer. And hopefully after this offseason, we won't have to suffer through this next year either, because Kevin Patullo was relieved of his duties on Tuesday, I believe it was. Whatever day it was, he's no longer the OC for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I am one happy person for that. Not happy that the man lost his job. And I know that there are people that call in and talk about the fact that, man, you got to realize that this is a human being and all. Yeah, we understand that. I'm not saying I'm cold-hearted or callous against that, but he's in a profession where losing your job is a part of the profession. So that part I don't have too much remorse. He's making a lot of money, you know what I'm saying, to do a good job. He's living a good life. So, the extra stuff, throwing the eggs at the house, yeah, I'm not a fan of that or anything like that. And I wish the man luck. But I'm glad that he's no longer our OC. And this gives us an opportunity to hire someone who is more suited for the job and suited to run this Ferrari of a offense, or Lamborghini of an offense that we have. Because I thought it was negligence that how we handed the keys to a first-time driver, so to speak. So we get to begin the process of finding the OC that does fit our expensive offensive unit with all the talent that we have, and we get to run it back next year, because I'm looking at the list of free agents and we're not losing much on the offensive side of the ball. So this is a good time for us. Hold on, I got the Sandlin boys. They look like they're ready. Are you guys ready? All right, they're ready. So let me bring them in. All right, hey guys, how's it going?
What's going on? What's going on, DarkKnight? What's up, family?
Before I go any further, let me just send my condolences. You guys did an excellent job in laying the rest of your pop, your grandfather, my uncle, Gandy Barksdale. I want to put that out here now on this program, because if anything, this is going to be around forever. This is a digital footprint. So whatever I say about Uncle Gandy is going to be out there forever. And I wanted to say a couple words. My uncle was a great man. He was a great man. He was a good man. And I know, everybody has good men, and you always say great things about people when they pass away. But I truly, truly mean that. Like, I've never seen my uncle do anything out the way. And I know you guys have a closer relationship with him than I, but I've never even heard my uncle curse. I haven't. I really did. I really haven't, right? Not only that, but there are things that happen in life that cause ripple effects, right? And then some people don't pay attention to those ripples, but those ripple effects really take on a life of their own. What do I mean by that? My Uncle Andy was the best man to my father in his marriage to my mother. Not only was he the best man, my Uncle Gandy gave my father the advice of, because I was actually at the wedding, which means that I was born before my parents got married, right?
Yeah.
So my uncle was the one that advised my dad as he was deciding to marry my mom. He's the one that gave him the advice that really, pushed my dad to make that move. And he said, "Look, you don't want your son to grow up and call someone else dad." That was it for my dad. That's what put him over, solidified him marrying. And he later told me that he never wanted me to wake up and not know where his father was. And that was all because of the talk that my Uncle Gandy had with him. So the ripple effect of that was my father married my mom, stayed with my mom forever until he passed away. But it instilled in me, and the reason why I've raised all of my children, and they have never had to wonder where their father is.
Amen.
The example of my father, and my father got that from my uncle, which is Uncle Gandy. So I just want to say that condolences to you guys, condolences to our whole entire family. You guys did a great job. I watched it on YouTube. Couldn't make it because of the COVID, but I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Shell, but now that it's over, I can kind of joke you.
Yo, I practiced that.
Together.
I practiced that, George.
It's
crazy. I practiced it 3 times the night before. I took Pat. I was early. I got up. I took a shower. I practiced it in the mirror before. I was like, I got this. And I got there and I did my little interlog and I looked down to read the speech and lost it.
he lost it, and then he stopped in the middle. Was like, "Ooh, this was easier in the mirror."
I didn't know y'all here. I didn't even know y'all heard
favorite.
That.
All time.
I didn't even know y'all heard
that. Man.
We walked up there. Oh my God!
All right. So without further ado, let's get this first quarter started, man. You are watching Eagles Talk, the most unique Eagles coverage show around. That's by us Eagles fans and for us Eagles fans. And here on Eagles Talk, we like to talk about our favorite football team, that is the Philadelphia Eagles, and we do so in such a relaxed manner that we enjoy our favorite adult beverage in the form of shots. I am recovered. Well, maybe I'm still recovering, but I feel great. I feel way better than I did when the onset of COVID hit. But I am going to be sipping on some tea, as expected, as I continue to recover. But what are you guys doing over there?
We're doing the Uncle Nearest from Kentucky.
Uncle Nearest. Oh, my God. We probably should have brought that out early. we probably need to bring Uncle Nearest out like week 8. we might be doing something different now. Right,
it's 93 proof. We good.
All right, Uncle Nearest. You guys out there, let me know what you guys are doing in the chat room. But here we go. Let's do this. You got the soundboard, right?
Give me 2 seconds.
All right, okay.
2 seconds are up. I got it.
All right, so here we go. To our Philadelphia Eagles, down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the first quarter.
All right, so as I said in the opening, our Philadelphia Eagles have been bounced disgracefully out of the playoffs. And 4 days later, I'm feeling a lot better because Patullo's gone, and we are beginning our search for a new OC. And let me just elaborate a little further on my thinking, man. And you guys, and I don't care what the hell you guys think. I don't care. This is my opinion. I don't care. But I was not, this offense was not good enough to win a championship.
No.
It was quite evident, right?
Yeah.
And I'd rather be put out of our misery as early as possible so that we can be in the running of getting a good OC rather than limp through the playoffs and maybe somehow make it to the Super Bowl knowing that this is not the offensive coordinator for us, and then blow our opportunity to get a good offensive coordinator. You know what I mean? So I was happy that we got out early. We can start our search early, and we can right this ship, a lot better because we're not losing many pieces on our offensive side of the ball. This offensive Lamborghini is still going to have all of the parts that it had this year. Most of our free agents are defensive free agents, right? So the talent that we have on this offense is coming back. So I can't wait to see who the new hire is and what they do with this Ferrari or Lamborghini that we had that Kevin Patullo, first-time driver, didn't know how to handle. So I'm happy about that. So I'm happy that this search is beginning. It might seem weird, but that wasn't the offense that was going to win the championship. And I know we tried to convince ourselves, as we supposed to, because we're fans. We tried to convince ourselves that this was good enough, right? But it actually was not, man. When you get to the playoffs, and we, of all people, should know that when you get to the playoffs, you do, it's another level that you go. As good as we were the past 3 times we were in the Super Bowl, I mean, as good as our offense was each of those times, because we had good offenses each of the 3 times we went to the Super Bowl, right? We still had to turn it up another notch when the playoffs came, right? And our offense wasn't turned up in the regular season. It wasn't nothing to turn up. Wasn't nothing to turn up when the playoffs came, man. So I'm glad we got put out of misery. We're looking for a new OC, and we'll talk about that. But I want to get you guys' opinion on what happened on Sunday and how are you guys feeling now.
Go ahead, Shell.
All right, I just think it was a lack of communication. Playing arena ball, the time that you get to get a play in and get a play called is a lot less than what it is in the NFL. So you got to be real quick and just looking at how the time was coming. He was getting to the ball. He was getting to the ball with 6 seconds, with 4 seconds. That's not enough time to look over the defense, make a check, and everything was rushed. Like the offensive coordinator, to me, was ill prepared. And if you're ill prepared and you're leading men, your men are going to fail. And that's exactly what happened. You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't come down to, we talked about the catch. It shouldn't have came down to those catches. We should have been totally dominating the game from the beginning, so that wouldn't have even been necessary. We're not even going to talk about the kick balls. I'm just talking about the lack of communication from the coaching staff to the quarterback, so the quarterback can get his athletes in the proper position to be able to just play football. These guys weren't even in position to play football. It was one play where the tackle, if you watch, the tackle went late, like the snap was wrong or something like that, and Hurts almost got sacked. Like it was terrible, man. It looked like a high school team. Not one I coached, but they look bad.
Not one I coached. He makes sure he put it like not one I coached, but it looked like one.
Yeah. So I was at the game.
Mm-hmm.
So my vantage point was much different from a lot of people's vantage point that were not there at the game. I saw a lot.
And everybody that was
actually, I was, that wind was cutting. You could not get drunk. That wind, you remember DarkKnight? Remember he's out there.
Go ahead, Faye. Go ahead.
Listen, when we used to do that at the stadium, that wind was cutting out there. It didn't matter how many drinks we drunk.
I don't know what y'all was drinking, but if you get a couple drinks,
it wasn't working. It wasn't working this Sunday.
Right.
But from my vantage point, from what I saw out there, yes, there was this offense. Was the same offense we saw all season. There were a few different caveats that they threw out there, some nuances, some motions, some misdirection plays here and there. There were 2. They say AJ dropped 3 balls. He only dropped 1 ball. That was in the fourth quarter. It was a crucial ball, but he dropped it. But the other 2 drops, he literally was. The defender was doing this.
No Diddy.
And from the vantage point that we see, if I see it from where I was sitting at, what the hell is wrong with the refs? Right? I'm not blaming loss on that. I'm not trying to come at AJ.
You can
Brown.
blame the refs. You ain't gonna get fined.
Let me finish, Shell.
Okay.
All right. I'm not trying to say that's the reason why we lost, but there were a lot of things that happened in that game. If you go back, it's questionable why that wasn't being called. Shoot, one of our defensive ends was about to get to Purdy, and the offensive tackle bear hugged him.
Yeah, I saw that
from behind. No, not like this. From behind, grabbed him from behind. I mean, I listen. I'm not gonna blame the refs because we lost that game fair and square. And like you said, DarkKnight, I am very kind of. It's a double-edged sword. I am happy that we lost. I'm upset that we lost, but I'm happy at the same time because we're able to get rid of the thing that made our Ferrari look like a Toyota Corolla. All right.
Yeah, and that's what it is for me. I'm just relieved that the season is over, so we can fix what ails us, fix what's wrong with this, and I know that not all blame falls on Kevin Patullo. I know there was some execution problems and things of that nature, but to me, from my vantage point, in my opinion, he was the main cause, the main reason, right? Mm-hmm. And now we get a chance to bring in a offensive coordinator and one that has some experience, one that will be vetted, because you have to remember how we hired Kevin Patullo. We won the Super Bowl, and we needed a new offensive coordinator because Kellen Moore had already been hired as the head coach. Well, after you win the Super Bowl, all the great coaching and candidates are off, are gone, right?
Try to get jobs.
And on top of that, and we shot ourselves in the foot because I don't think we did a due diligence of vetting people. We just took someone that was already on the staff and promoted them. We probably could have found a better candidate, but we didn't take our time. And we dropped the ball on that. We didn't take our time. We kind of just, promoted from within. I don't know why, because we saw in 2022 with Brian Johnson that wasn't the move. So we should have never given Nick the opportunity to choose his own OC. But I know everybody's still feeling good after the champagne and all that. And it was like, you know what? You want to pick your OC, man? Go ahead, pick your OC. Everybody feeling good. But we found out later that that's not one of Nick's strengths in identifying good play callers. He wasn't a good play caller himself. And now, after 2 failed attempts, we find out that he's not even a good judge of a good play caller. So that responsibility should not be his as we move forward. And I know he did a lot of talking in today's press conference, where it sounds like he's going to have a lot of input. And I would expect that he will have some input, but I don't. I hope it's not as much as what he was portraying in the press conference, because I don't trust his picking finger when it comes to an OC. So I hope that Howie is conducting that search and heading that search and the such. And I just can't wait to see who that candidate will be. But going back over Sunday's game, man, heard a lot of talk about that last play, man.
It was more. It was more
bad of a call. It was.
It was more in that game, DarkKnight. It was more than just that last play.
I know, but that last play summed up our whole season as far as offensive play calling went. That one play call was a microcosm of the whole entire year and the problem we had with our OC. It was a horrible call against that coverage, number one. And I heard today that Saleh, the defensive coordinator for the 49ers, said that he recalled that may be something that they would go to from 3 years ago, meaning our offense has not evolved from 3 years ago to now, where we're calling the same plays. It's just a microcosm of the whole entire year. We were stale, we were predictable, we were running elementary plays, and all of that was summed up in that one call on 4th and 11 at the end of that game, man.
I totally agree with you. That one call really was a microcosm of our season. It really broke down what our season was. You run 3 fly routes.
No,
And
4. He had 4 verts against 4
He had
quarters.
3 fly routes, and you run Dallas Goedert to a post, a skinny post at that. So it looked like four verts.
4 verts.
It looked like 4 verts, but as Dallas Goedert is going towards the vert, he's coming towards the inside. So
it was terrible.
It was.
Here's my thing. If you go back and watch the game, which I did, it was a lot of times they were in cover 1 or cover 0. As the offensive coordinator, if he would have got the ball, if he would have got the play call in time, hold on, he would have been able to check out of that and check some inside, because it was a lot of times you had Smitty running to the outside. You had AJ running outside. If you're playing cover 1 or cover 0, that means you have 1 safety over top in cover 1 and no safeties over top in cover 0s. That's for the people that don't understand football. So in that instance, if you have a Smitty or AJ Brown running an inside route, whether it be a slant, a comeback, a dig, some type of inside route against a high safety or no safety, we would have put up at least 10 to 15 extra points just by osmosis.
Sure, I'm gonna tell you what they ran. I'm gonna tell you exactly what their defense ran. They ran 4 quarters. That's what they ran. Literally, that's what that defense ran. Right. They ran 4 quarters.
It was a lot of times.
What do you do against 7 defenders when 4 receivers are running straight into that area? Where do you throw the ball at? You don't throw the ball anywhere because you cannot throw the ball in those. You can't be that predictable. When you're that predictable, you lose games like this. And it's not just this game. It's been the whole doggone season. Everything's predictable. You talk about high school plays. You talk about college plays. You talk about I talked about not creating a flow. Listen, if you have emotion, there was no screenplays. If you do a motion and you set off a screenplay, set the screenplay up for another pass to be done over the middle. We didn't see no screens in the middle of the field. Nope. Last year we saw middle of the field screens to Dallas Goedert. We saw screens to Smitty and sometimes even AJ Brown. A screen to AJ to Saquon Barkley. We didn't have that. This offense looked so rudimentary that literally you don't have to get a high school coach. You could have got a little league football coach that understands a little bit of the game that could have offended what we just do at him. That team, that offense is terrible for what you have. DarkKnight said in the opening, you have a Ferrari, but yet you're driving it like you got a Prius, right? Yeah. You have a Ferrari, you have a Lamborghini, you have a Bugatti, but yet you have no gas. Like, what is it to say about Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith? They're not doing a damn job when the offensive coordinator is not scheming up plays or scheming up different concepts to generate a open play.
Yeah, I agree.
Dude, a crossing route, a 2-tier crossing route, we got us so many yards. Because no way in the world their backup linebackers, Eric Kendricks and Kazir White, they're not covering that right now.
A plain Texas route. Just throw a Texas route with the running
back.
We
got Texas route by CMC. All right.
Yeah, by CMC. We didn't do anything.
We didn't put AJ Brown in position. I mean, Saquon Barkley in a position where he could take advantage of those linebackers. I mean, he had over 100 yards rushing, over 26 carries. But at the same time, your leading receiver was Smitty over eight receptions. I mean, we didn't get after the quarterback like we should have. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Q got embarrassed in the first quarter. Yeah, he did. I mean, he came back with 2 interceptions, and now they said no, we can't test him because you know what, he was lacking. He stepped this game up and showed us why he's all pro. But at the end of the day, the offense has to produce something. The offense needs to do something better than what they had. And I'm so ecstatic that we got rid of Kevin Patullo. Now, he might not be fired from the organization from what I hear. He might still be part of the organization But for the actual offensive coordinator, that would not happen. I'm gonna get to some comments as we wait for Dark Knight to come back. Let me go to the first in the room. I don't know if he did this already, but the first in the room was Sean Pickney. Put up the drinking signal. Yes, we're gonna be drinking a lot.
Time for the second shot.
Almost, yeah. It's almost time for a second shot. Abe from YouTube said, "Oh my good, hi." Gary Pfeiffer, let's regroup and get this ship on the right sail. JT, Jeremy Hampshire Smith, another OC. Now I have to deal with Commanders fans talking ish again. Don't worry about it, Jay. We all right. It's all right. Let me get to some more current comments. What up, Whit? We gotta get Whitney on the show. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Whitney, she knows our football. Okay. Just like Nichelle, she knows our football. She said not one. We was talking about our offensive plays. Jeremiah Andrews said on a play we need your best play is to run 4 vertical routes.
Hey guys, I have a family emergency that I have to tend to. So you guys carry on. Keep up, talk about the potential candidates that are out there. Please tell me what you guys or who you guys, and that includes you guys that's in the chat room also.
Okay.
Let me know what candidate you would like to see as the next OC. I have and then I have a question also. Do you want the best offensive mind, or do you want an OC that can directly cater his style to Jalen Hurts?
Best. I want the best.
We need the best.
I want the best. I want somebody.
Right. Well, discuss that, and let the I want you guys in the chat room also to give me your opinion on that and who you want to see in that role.
Definitely.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not anything that's life threatening or anything like that. So don't worry about that. But I do have a family emergency I have to tend to. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Enjoy the rest of the show, man. Sandlin, you're in the great hands of the Sandlin boys. All right.
Here we go. You're gonna be drinking a lot because you
about to drink. Yeah.
All right, Dark, we give you a call.
I'll be listening.
All right. Hey, with that being said, you heard what Dark Knight said. Do you want a coordinator that's going to be, somebody that's going to be there, or do you want the absolute best offensive coordinator? We're gonna talk about that in the next quarter. Okay. Let me end this quarter.
And that's the end of the quarter.
You are watching Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. As we sit here and we are upset, let me get my single shot on here. There we go, my single there. As we sit here and we are upset about the Philadelphia Eagles losing in a wild card to the San Francisco 49ers with a score of 19-23. But you know what? Out of the bad things, some good silver linings happened. We were able to fire the offensive coordinator. They ain't do for us all season. And actually now we're looking for a good offensive coordinator, some good players to come in, a good corner to come in. This is an opportunity for us to pick up the pieces and be better than what we were this year. So right now you are watching Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. On Eagles Talk, we are very unique. We like to take our shots. As I swivel back to my brother, he has this shot in hand. So let me know what you're drinking out there. To our Philadelphia Eagles, as we search for a new offensive coordinator and some other key pieces. We'll talk about that in the fourth quarter. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the second quarter.
So, in a nutshell, I'm gonna say this, Dark Knight, and Michelle. I want a ingenious offensive coordinator. The one name that comes to my mind is the offensive coordinator that's up and coming, Charlie Weiss, Jr. from Ole Miss.
Are you serious?
The college ranks.
Are you serious?
You want to know why?
Why?
Because he took an Ole Miss team, that could never get over the hump. They could not beat most of those teams and got them into the Final Four. Okay. So if he's able to take somebody like a Trimbo, who's the other quarterback? Who's the quarterback for the Jason Dark, and make them look outstanding, and make that offense dynamic with the players that they have. I believe he can come here and make this offense make this offense move with the key pieces that we have. I mean, he comes from good lineage. His father is Charlie Weiss.
Yeah.
He was the offensive coordinator for the freaking Patriots when Tom Brady was there. So he has that in his pocket. We need some new blood. I know everybody's saying Mike McDonald and
McDaniel. Well, that was my choice. My choice
from Miami.
My choice would be McDaniels. The reason I would pick McDaniels is because two particular reasons.
Right.
One, he's always been able to put points up on the board. He's always took athletes and put them in the best position. Number two is he always took his athletes and put it in the best position to be successful. That's the reason Miami can't keep anybody, is because he gets guys to be so successful and their numbers are so crazy that when they go to other teams, they get the big money, but they don't have the same numbers. I would take somebody like him and put him in this position to be our OC, because also Miami hasn't had a real solid defense over the years. They had him. They could put points up, but they couldn't stop anybody from scoring also. So I would definitely like to have McDaniels as an offensive coordinator here with this top tier defense that the Philadelphia Eagles do have.
So do you want your rebuttal that about Mike McDaniels? Because don't get me wrong, I like him. I think he's innovative.
You don't like McDaniels?
I like him. I think he's innovative.
Okay.
But the one thing that you fail to realize is that he hired Vic Fangio for his defense. Vic Fangio left that organization because he said, first of all, it was a lack of respect. He said the players didn't play for the coach, and the coach the players did not respect the coach. When you don't command those players as a coach, what do you have? What do you have?
A melee.
All right then. So that's why I'm kind of out on McDaniels. Don't get me wrong. If we actually,
I mean, you got to remember when he got hired down there too. He's pretty young for a coach, man.
But at the end of the day, if
not too far removed from a lot of these players, they transition to become a coach. They wait a good 5 to 8 years. He had a lot of players that was he was coaching that was older than him.
But at the end of the day, you're an offensive coordinator. All right, okay. You're an offensive coordinator. You need to command grown men to do what you need them to do to ensure that they have a successful game, right? Therefore, hold on, Sheldon. Let me get this. Let me say this. Okay. If you cannot command those Miami Dolphin players, right? You had Tua. You had the fastest wide receiver duo.
Yeah, Cheetah.
You had the fastest wide receiver duo in the NFL, period. Yeah. You had a running back that was the fastest running back in the NFL in the 8-chain. Come on. You put up 70 points against the Denver Broncos, and the next week you lose by 30. Like, I understand it's a defense thing. But Vic Fangio was the defensive coordinator. But yet you failed to put up the necessary points to keep the game competitive. Now, I'm not going to be out if they sign him, if he comes here. I'd be happy. I'd be okay, cool. But again, I need somebody like Charlie Weiss Jr. or Cliff Kingsbury.
I'm going to say something to you Uncle Rick said to me today. Leadership is a direct conflict of basically having experience. You can't be a good leader unless you have experience. That's basically what he said. So in saying that, he didn't have experience coming in. He had the knowledge of the game. He's very when it comes to being an office coordinator, he's very astute in putting players in positions to be successful. But like I say, he didn't have experience. I think now he's got a little dirt on his hands.
No.
You know what I mean? I think bringing him in now would be beneficial for us.
Not with the personality of Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, and Saquon Barkley right now. I'm gonna be honest with you.
He might have to drink a little more vinegar, but I think he can do it, man.
No, listen, that's not happening. Like I need somebody like that's innovative, like a Charlie Weiss Jr. All right? I know he's coming from the high school ranks, and you're like, oh no, because college ranks.
Yeah.
But yet he made that Ole Miss offense something that was.
Yeah, I mean, I seen it. I was of Miami doesn't cheat on that last play. And when he's the guy, you're holding the guy on a fly route for 13 yards and the ref don't call it. I'm sorry.
Anyway, we're gonna get to some
I had
other guys.
had a
Like,
little bet
like
on it.
I
had a bet on
I
it.
saw some names out there. Nathan Stillhouse. He's the current Rams passing game coordinator. He used to be the offensive coordinator for Iowa State. Zach Robinson. I think he is was OC for the Falcons, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of people out there, but I already want him to do. I see Patero put Brian Leftwich. Listen,
You know what?
hold on.
What? I like Brian Leftwich, man.
What has Brian Leftwich done?
What you mean?
Give me his resume. If you like
What
him,
wasn't he in Tampa?
give me his Who was in Tampa with Brian Leftwich? I'm asking you a question. Who was it?
What Brady was there?
Brady was offensive coordinator.
Brady was not the offensive coordinator. He's the quarterback.
Brady had 25 years in the league at that time. You think he was taking Brian Leftwich play calls and actually utilizing what he was telling him to do? Hell no.
All right.
No former Giants, and that's including Brian Daboll.
No, heck no.
All right, no, and Eric better.
We don't want no former
Eric
Giants.
better me.
No.
No. Unfortunately, Jeremiah Andrews, no Eric better me. Okay, I don't want to see him. I don't want to see Brian Daboll. Listen, I just want somebody that has an innovative mind that can say, you know what, with this roster, we should be doing this. Why are we doing this? Why are we not running RPOs like we were before? You have a quarterback that's a triple threat.
I hate the fact that they do one back set and he's off center. The back's off center, and you're not pulling a guard or a tackle. You're having him just run to the line as a running back. That's terrible.
That's offensive call. Let me go to another comment by Eddie. Eddie said, "What's up, Eddie? I want an NFL experienced coach, no ambitious young guy, proven guy that can be here for a year, Pat. How many more coaches you want to leave? Listen, that's going to happen. Unfortunately, Eddie, the more successful you become in this organization, the more times you get ripped out of this organization, and you are ambitious. And unfortunately, there are no old souls that say, you know what, I just want to be a coordinator. I said that to Kellen Moore last year. I said that coordinator. Kellen Moore should say, you know what, instead of trying to be a head coach, and I'm going to be fired in 2 years, right, because he's on the way to being fired, right, I could make a staple as an offensive coordinator and be one of the greatest offensive minds ever. Or I could be a washed up head coach, and next thing you know, I'll be a passing game coordinator. Like, let's make it make sense sometimes.
What about Frank White?
No.
You don't want to bring him back?
No.
He won us a chip.
No.
Okay. Ask the people.
Stop hitting the freaking.
Ask the people.
No Frank Wright, no Wright. Doug Peterson. We need innovative minds. Okay,
I would not bring Doug Peterson back. But Frank Wright.
We need like it. What has Frank Wright done?
What you mean? He won us a chip.
He won us a chip in 2017. What has he done since then? He got fired as the head coach
of the Colts.
Yeah. He went to some. I can't remember what other team he went to. He was offensive coordinator, and he got fired there. That doesn't work. All right.
I got you.
No, we're not going back. Listen, at one time we had an opportunity before we got Brian Johnson. Maybe we had an opportunity to get Frank Wright, but that's not happening. Let me get to some more comments. Brad Mitchell Jr. said, Pat, are they stuffing Nick into the closet? Teams usually don't give full autonomy. I don't. Listen. They might be stuffing in the closet. Eddie, Frank White might be the Eagles' top pick, no joke. But scheme is a bit recycled. It is recycled.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm off Frank White. I don't want a scapegoat offensive coordinator.
Why do you call him a scapegoat?
Because he's going to be a scapegoat offensive coordinator. Because you're going to get your head coach fired. You're going to get Nick Sirianni fired.
Got you.
All right. Then what else is out there as head coaches right now? We're going to get Mike Tomlin. Anyway,
he's going to wind up in Atlanta.
He's not going to land. He's going to
Wakanda
college.
forever.
Talk about Clay and Parker interviewing one for. Oh goodness, I don't want to talk about that. They are interviewing for the Dallas. I think defensive coordinator position.
Yeah.
Clay is our defensive backs coach. Parker is our defensive line coach.
I like him, man. I like him. I think he can be a nice eventually a nice D coordinator in the NFL.
Yeah. But let me end this quarter so we can get to another shot. Shell, start pouring the shots.
I got you.
Because you're making me go get upset. This is sad right now. It is sad, Patero. All right. You are watching the Eagles talk. Let me end this quarter real quick.
And that's the end of
It's
the
by
quarter.
By Eagles fans, for Eagles fans. Here at Eagles Talk, we like to do our thing, talk about our favorite football team, and drink. When you drink, whatever adult beverage you drink is an adult beverage. So if you drink soda, wine, liquor, beer, flavored water, as long as it's not just regular water, it's an adult beverage. Do it responsibly. And as we get into this third quarter, we're going to talk about some free agents that's here. Who should we bring back? Who should we let continue to walk? And I'm actually looking forward to the draft. So for our Philadelphia Eagles, down the hatch, let me know what you're drinking out there. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the third quarter.
Woo. It's pouring all the way up to the brim.
Yeah, that nearest sneaks up on you, man.
That's not the one though, but it's okay. I like the 1884. I'll be honest with you. I'm more of the 1856 guy. That's why I got a cup of wine right now. Anyway, Jeremiah Andrews said, don't dismiss some of the college offensive coordinators. I just talked about one, Charlie Weiss Jr. I really believe he should be our next guy. And they did, the Eagles, now that I just read about it, they did inquire about him. So there is a quite possibility that they may actually go in that direction. Let me get to some other comments. My wife said, currently wine drunk. Hey, drink some water. Tara said, Parker is a DB coach and Clay is a special teams coordinator. You're right. Listen, I've been drinking, man. All right. AJ is going to get traded. He's not going to get traded.
No, they're not going to trade him.
I had the numbers up here. It is not impossible to trade AJ Brown, but it is one of the worst.
We gotta get Jeffrey Jefferson.
No, it is one of the worst decisions for this team to trade him because of what the cap ramifications will be. It will be worse than I believe they say Carson Wentz. I don't want that right now.
You don't like Jefferson?
No, he doesn't fit this offense.
You don't want that?
All right, no, he doesn't fit this offense. If Holly and Eagles select Scott Lofor, oh God, don't do that. Is he already on his staff? No. They're going $16 million after June 1st. I think it's somewhere in the range of $30 million dead cap space. I'll look it up. Give me a moment. I'm gonna let Shell talk in a second as I go through these unrestricted free agents. And I'll pull up the information for AJ Brown. But I'm keeping him. It's better to have him than not have him. All right. I'd rather have AJ Brown being a headache than not having him and realizing that we need a secondary receiver.
I don't know. Maybe we should try to, do what we can do. So not in this season. So next season we can go after Jeremiah.
You got to be in the top 5.
Jeremiah Smith.
You got to be in the top 5. So that means you got to be 2-10, 2-17.
Man, look,
no. So shut up.
I wouldn't mind.
Stop it.
I wouldn't mind.
Stop it.
I wouldn't mind sitting everybody.
All right, I can't have Shelman talk. I cannot have Shelman talk. I'm
sitting
sorry.
everybody down for 1 year so we get Jeremiah Smith, the best. They call him the best football player in college sports in 10 years.
All right, so let me tell you real quick. Potential dead cap hit if you were to trade him, $31 million. That's not happening.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
That's not happening. All right, $31 million. He is owed a lot of money. But he is not going to get traded. At least not this year. maybe after 2027 because it falls to $22 million.
Are they going to keep Jordan?
Who? All right, so let me go to the unrestricted free agents real quick. Let me pull them up real quick for you. I wish I could put them on the screen. Actually, I will actually write them up for you real quick. So Shell wants to get Jeremiah Smith.
Yes,
that makes absolutely no
sense. He's a generational type receiver.
That's what they said about Marvin Harrison Jr.
He's like Terrell Owens on steroids.
That's what they said about Jeremiah Trotter. Who else? Do you want me to talk about some other players?
What you mean, Jeremiah Trotter's play? They didn't play him more often. He had 12 tackles in that game.
That didn't matter.
He had 12 tackles in that
playing
one game.
Third stringers.
All right, man.
All right, so the I love my brother. You don't understand. I really do love my brother, but sometimes Shell is on a warpath that makes absolutely no sense. All right,
what are you talking about?
You make no sense in the grand scheme of things when it's talking about how we are.
Because football is an emotional game. You gotta make decisions emotionally. You know what I mean? Like I said, when we drafted Hurts, everybody's like all sad. And I said then, and you can go to the tape. I said he is going to be the Kobe Bryant of football. And look at him. He's took us to the Super Bowl twice and won once. He's done more in his franchise since he's been here than Vic, than Randall.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Hurts. You gotta be emotional.
Zach Ertz?
Talking about Hurts.
You mean Carson Wentz?
What you talking about?
You said Zach Ertz.
I said Hurts. I said
Hurts. Okay.
I said our quarterback Hurts. What are you talking about?
I
said I called him the Kobe Bryant of football. I saw his work ethic when he was at Alabama, when he was at Oklahoma. The guy would play it in game and then go to the weight room afterwards. That's special, man. You gotta be special to do that. Everybody can't do that.
Okay.
Everybody can't do that. People don't understand. Like the play an NFL level game, to play a collegiate game on Division I football level and win or lose, and then have the mindset to say, I didn't do exactly what I needed to do. Let me go watch film and then work out right after the game or as soon as we get back to the facility. That's a special type of athlete, man. That's a Kobe Bryant mindset.
Anyway, so I love the zeal my brother has for I love the zeal my brother has for AJ Brown. I mean Jalen Hurts. I am not going to talk anything bad about Jalen Hurts because you know he's our quarterback. And I look forward to the opportunity he gives to us to bring more championships to this team. But with that being said, I'm not going to speak on that until we see all the transactions, especially when it comes to the offensive coordinator.
Why is it so hard to defend our quarterback? And they talk about Allen like in Buffalo like he's a god, and he hasn't done half the stuff that our quarterback has done.
Anyway, so back to me concentrating. Let me pull up what I needed to pull up. These are the unrestricted free agents for our 2026 season, courtesy of the Eagles group, Eagles Gel. Reed Blankenship. I need everybody to know. I'm gonna go through one by one. Does Reed Blankenship stay?
I don't think so.
All I need is a simple yes or no.
No.
Who replaces Reed Blankenship?
I draft.
So you'll draft another rookie.
Yep.
You already have a rookie there. Makuba.
Makuba will start, and then somebody.
He got injured. He's on IR.
All right, I put Sidney in there.
Sidney sucks.
Sidney does not suck.
He sucks.
He does not suck.
Does Sidney Brown suck as a safety, Eagles family? Let me know right now.
I don't think he sucks. He makes plays.
Sidney Field said yes. So Sidney Brown is a special teams player, just like Keely Rangel. They're special teams players. You don't put them on the defense and tell them to be starters. All right. So no, stop it. So Reed Blankenship, I would say yes. N'Kobe Dean,
you keep him.
Absolutely yes.
Yeah, keep
Yes. Look, Rachel said Brown sucks. Let me put that. Let me put that on the screen so you can see that. You see that? She said Brown sucks. All right. Oh no, we go to the Pantero. He said Cindy Brown sucks. Oh,
come on, man.
and he said yes. All right. So N'Kobe Dean.
Oh,
What do y'all think? Yes or no for N'Kobe Dean? I believe he stays.
Yeah, he stays.
I believe he's a linchpin for this defense. Him and Zach Bond working together in this defense makes it go.
Bond.
When he's healthy, he needs to stay healthy. That's the one trait that he needs to do. I would see that I can actually see him come back on 1 year deal, a prove it deal in order for him to get a more lucrative contract. Jalen Phillips, absolutely. The reason I say absolutely for Jalen Phillips is that he has the ability to be a double-digit sack guy. He has that ability. Gotcha. And that now that you're losing Brandon Graham, because that's the next person on the list.
I think Graham stays, man.
Brandon Graham retired and came back.
I think he stays.
He's a restricted free agent. They're not gonna bring him back.
You don't think so?
No.
I think they keep him.
No. So I think Jalen Phillips come back. So all three guys right there, Reed Blankenship, N'Kobe Dean, and Jalen Phillips, they stay. Azeez Ojulari, gone. Brandon Graham, back in retirement. I love Brandon Graham, but BG back in retirement.
He was balling.
Joshua Uche, gone. Oba, I can't say his name because I've been drinking too much. Gone. All right, now we're going to the offensive side of the ball, right? So only 3 people right now from our unrestricted free agents, I think should stay here. Dallas Goedert. I think we should keep Dallas Goedert.
Yeah, I would keep Dallas.
He's one of the best blocking tight ends and actually touchdown catchers in the NFL at tight end.
I like that.
When healthy, he's the top. He's the top 5. He's the top 5.
Like
I know probably people will say, "Go on, we need to get somebody." I see Patullo say, "Go on." But you know what? I think he does stay. I think he does get Philadelphia actually a discount. Grant Katera, he cannot block. He's gone. Kalen Ganderson, he might be brought back on a low deal. But if not, he's gone. Jahan Dotson, unfortunately,
I like Dotson.
He's gone.
Like
AJ
Dotson.
Dillon, gone. Fred Johnson, he'll be back. He'd be back. He definitely will be back. So Fred Johnson will definitely be back because he's a viable backup. And with more time under Stoutland University, I think he can actually replace Lane Johnson because I think Lane Johnson has 1 more year left.
Yeah,
all right.
Lane can't stay
Listen,
healthy.
he should have been out there. I don't care. Listen, my foot's coming off. So I played in the championship game with a sprained MCL.
I know.
All right.
I came back and
at
played
corner.
I played a playoff game after getting shot.
Well, that's a different story.
Okay.
All right, so Brett Tooth gone, Matt Pryor gone, Sam Howell gone, Brayton Man. I think he stays. I think Brayton Man stays. I think he's going to be one of the guys that stays for our offense, or special teams because he's been a pretty doggone punter since we got him. So those were 6 guys that we keep from unrestricted free agents. Reed, N'Kobe, Jalen Phillips,
Jordan Davis,
Dallas Goedert, Fred Johnson, and Brayton Man. That's 6 guys that we keep. That's it.
Yeah,
that's it. Because I love this comment. I'm gonna take this down right now. I love this comment that I see right here. We have Johnny Wilson coming back next year. He's a 6'7" wide receiver.
Yeah,
that last year, not necessary for his catching, but his blocking. His blocking effort was second to none. That would actually probably made our offense more dangerous than what it really was because he was able to block much better than Jahan Dotson and even AJ Brown. All right, Jake Elliott. I'm in agreement with this because we lost how many games this year, Shell?
6 games.
6 during the season, 1 during the postseason, right?
7 games.
Do you know how many games that Jake Elliott cost us by missing at least an extra point of a field goal?
5 games.
7.
All 7?
Every single game that we
I
lost
thought-
this year,
I thought it was 5.
every single game that we lost during the regular season, Jake Elliott missed either an extra point or a field goal that would actually got us into the game or close to winning the game at the end of the game. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I said 5 because I know one game we got our doors blown off.
No, it's time for him to go. Just like David Akers. David Akers, we knew after a certain time it was time for David Akers to go. Same thing with Jake Elliott. It's time for Jake to go. All right, Jake is definitely gone. Let me get some more comments. Burnett is. Who the heck is Burnett? Let me know who the heck that is. Did I miss somebody? Hold up, Burnett. I don't know who that is. Let me know his first name. Carter going. Who's Carter? They're not going. Oh, Gary Carter. Yeah, he's gone. He can't block. Goes that dude besides you. Watch games.
What?
Oh man, what's up, Susan? She said, "Need Kelsey back." Period. Kelsey's not in that shape.
Yeah.
Kelsey's in media shape.
Yeah,
right?
Kelsey's drinking beer.
Yeah, he's not playing football. He can't. Nah. But I do believe we bring back Dallas Goedert. I believe he is a viable tight end.
I like Dotson. I like Dotson. I don't think he got enough opportunities. Did you watch how he played when he was with the Cobra Commanders?
The who?
The Cobra Commanders.
The hell?
The Washington Commanders, man. I didn't want to say their full name.
Yeah, he sucked in. That's why they traded him for him.
He did not suck.
Dude, listen, I love Jahan because he's a Penn State guy, but Darius Cooper.
That's why I like him.
Darius Cooper is a better option because he blocks.
Okay.
There we go. Jacoby and Bennett. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Jacoby and Bennett. I was like, Bennett. Who the heck is Bennett? Yeah, he's gone. Listen, he's gone. What's the other cornerback? Michael Carter. Yeah, he's gone. All those guys gone. All right, we need to draft some guys, and I can't wait till we have a draft show to talk about these up and comers that we should be drafting.
The combine is coming. In NFL Christmas.
Darius Cooper, yes, he's a much better slot receiver. Not because he's fast. He's not faster than Jahan. Jahan Dawson does have a special gift. All right. When he's put on one-on-one, he can go up and get the ball. He can be dynamic at any given time. But you need a wide receiver that can do more, especially when you're a third wide receiver. You gotta be able to do more in terms of blocking. And be able to do other things. You got to be that type of receiver. I said Susan, she want McCaffrey. Said Luke McCaffrey, who with the with the Commanders. I think that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Patera said Lane Johnson must be tired. On that note, let's get ready for the fourth quarter as we get ready to take our fourth shot. Here, shot you pour. Don't pour me heavy, man. You just alcoholic.
You don't want a whole shot?
And
Sure, I
that's the end of
You are watching Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. You are with the Sandlin brothers. How about that? DarkKnight had to go off air for a moment. He had to take care of family situation. Nichelle, I know should be on right now, but she has to take care of her situations that she has to take care of because she is a boss and she has a lot of things she has on her plate. But we look forward to getting the gang back next season. And maybe doing some more in-person shows. But that's next season. But you are watching Eagles Talk by Eagles fans for Eagles fans. Here at Eagles Talk, we like to do one good thing. We like to talk about our favorite football team and drink some of our favorite liquors or drinks. Right now, we're doing the Uncle Nearest 1884. I'm not a big fan of the 1884. More or less, I like the 1856. But this is smooth. I can get jiggy with this. All right, I appreciate you.
That's getting you drunk.
I'm about to go play pool. What are you talking about, Susan? I'm about to go play pool. So down the hatch to our Philadelphia Eagles. Let me know what you're drinking out there. 3, 2, 1.
You're now listening to the fourth.
All right. So my question is to the people out there, out of all the offensive coordinators that are available on the collegiate level and on the pro level that are currently available that don't have any opportunities yet, as of yet, who do you think would be best for this position? I like I said prior, I formally said that I believe Daniels would probably be a best coordinator.
Daniels.
McDaniels.
Sheldon, we already talked about this already.
I know. I'm just reiterating.
Why we gotta reiterate?
Okay.
You're drunk.
No, I'm not.
There you go. You're drunk. My brother is drunk. I love my brother. I miss my brother. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't really seen my brother in like 6 months.
Appreciate you, man.
So I miss my brother. So I'm busting his balls all the time. I know is Lincoln Riley's out there. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I want Charlie Weiss Jr. I don't care that he has no experience on the NFL level, but I believe he could be something special with our Philadelphia Eagles. Lincoln Riley, what is Lincoln Riley doing right now, Patero? Let me look for you. I'm gonna make sure that he's not with a team because we do need an offensive coordinator that's willing to be a offensive coordinator. I mean, he's with USC. He's not going nowhere. Yeah, he's not coming here. Listen, if I'm a USC offensive coordinator, I ain't going nowhere either.
Hey, I'm out of sun.
It never rains in Southern California. No, Eddie.
What?
No,
What?
Eddie Stefanski. If Malkin does not take NY job, no. Didn't hold up? Didn't Malkin go to New York with Harbaugh? I thought that already happened.
He ain't going nowhere yet. Harbaugh's still in negotiation. They locked Harbaugh, and we got to New York. They locked him in the building and cut off all the planes going back to Baltimore.
Goodness gracious!
They said you can't leave here, my man. You can't. You are not going nowhere.
So I just want to say this about our Philadelphia Eagles. We had a lot of ups and downs this year, and if you look at our records going forward. You know, Nick Sirianni's have had a winning team since the time he stepped forth here. His first season was 9-8. His second season, I think he was 12-4. His next season, he was 11-6, and they lost in the wild card.
Next year, they went to the Super Bowl.
Next year they were 12-5. They won a Super Bowl. Yeah, this year they went 11-6. I think this is all under. I'm talking about all under Jalen Hurts.
Okay.
So I see the pattern here. And yeah, he's going to the he is going to the Giants. That's why I thought he's following the Harbaugh to Giants. That isn't white. Susan, what? What's going on? What I missed? Oh man, I've been drinking too much. I can't wait to go Susan brother. Oh man. This team had its ups and downs. We had a lot of things going on in this team. A lot of good things that came out of it, some bad things. Tank Bixby and
I like Tank.
And Saquon Barkley, that
like
duel
Tank.
In the future.
I like Tank.
That duel in the future can be a dynamic running back duel.
Look,
all right.
You know, everybody knows I'm an old school punch a guy in the face type of football player, type of coach. I like Tank. Tank's not trying to make no moves. He's not trying to give you no shake and bake.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to run right through your chest right now. That's the kind of football player I like. I like somebody that's gonna be violent right now. They're not trying to be pretty about it because all the pretty dudes do pretty things. I'm a football player. I'm not doing nothing pretty. I'm trying to punch you in your face right now and get this first down. And I like Tank, man. I like Tank.
So we do like Tank because he gets up. He goes north or south.
Yeah,
he goes north.
Yeah,
south.
I like Tank. Tank's my type of. I see Tank in the bar. I'm buying him a beer. I like Tank.
I'm not buying you a beer yet, Tank. Listen, I appreciate you for doing what you did with this season, but I'm not buying you a beer yet. There is a fullback that the Eagles signed, Carson Steele, who is a fullback for the Kansas City Chiefs that the Eagles signed for a futures contract. So we will be going to a fullback driven offense. But depending on the offensive coordinator, listen, I got you. I understand. There's a tight end in the college ranks. I forget his name, Sadiq. Sadiq, I think his name is. He's a tight end for Oregon. He's not a big guy by any stretch of the imagination as far as corner as tight end should be. He's 6'4". He's more like the hybrid type tight end, 6'3", 6'4". But I think we could draft him early, and there's some potential corners that we can draft. Yes, Quez Watkins was signed to a future deal. That's crazy that he was on his team this year. You need to drop him because we didn't have him on team last year and he won Super Bowl. So I stopped. Let me stop. I don't do that because he's part of the Eagles now. But there are a lot of different players that I'm watching, especially in this college football playoff that I didn't get an opportunity.
That's why the combine is so important.
Well, the combine is not really that important compared to what you put on tape. What you put on tape is more important than what you go out there and do at the combine.
If you fast, I need to know you fast. Right. I need to know how you look in your underwear so you can go out and pause. So you can go out here and make some plays.
But you don't make plays in your underwear. You make plays with pads on.
All right.
Right? You could be a 4-6 in your draws.
I mean,
wait. Let me.
You're talking about Jerry Rice. You're talking.
No. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
You could go on the track and run a 4-6.
Okay.
Right, but you get on your field, you run a 4-3 on the field with pads.
Okay.
It's a difference between football speed and track speed. All right. If there's a big difference. Will you have
I been
20
right?
pounds?
Have I been right?
No.
Since this show.
No.
About guys and their combines.
Not every guy. Nope.
Okay.
Not every guy. Nope.
Okay. What did I say about Metcalf?
What has Metcalf done lately?
What have I said? I said about A.J. Brown. And
you didn't say nothing about A.J.
Brown.
We
wound up getting him anyway. Coming out of
Mississippi. You didn't say nothing about A.J.
Coming
Brown.
out of Mississippi.
We not.
All right.
Why are we talking about this now? What? You're drunk.
I'm talking about the combine, and you saying
we're not talking about combine. I said I look forward to finish watching this. The college football playoffs because I saw some players, I saw some things I need to go back and rewind and look at them for the NFL combine. And you start talking about your old pipe dreams. Like I don't need to hear that right now. All right, that's in the past. AJ, unfortunately, Suzanne, not unfortunately, but fortunately, AJ Brown will be back here next year. To everybody's chagrin, he will be back here next year. Because we're not paying $31 million in dead cap space. Yeah. All right. When we only have about $25 million in available
22.6.
So we're not going to do that. That's not happening. But anyway, back to the question at hand is that the draft, yes, it's coming. But there are players I need to go back and look at because I didn't know about their ability, their what they can do on that side of the ball.
Okay.
Right. So there are corners that were locked down corners that got exposed in the college football season, a college playoff season. Right. They're supposed to be locked down corners. It happens every year. Like your boy from Ohio State. Right.
Yeah.
He was a lockdown corner. He got exposed by Devontae Smith.
Yeah, he did.
All right. This happens, and we need to go back and review this. And Patullo, I agree with you. We need to get Max Crosby. We need a dominant defensive end. Jalen Hurts, he had 6.5 sacks, 3 interceptions. He led both the defense in those categories. We can't have that moving next year. All right. Our defense was top notch in the second half of the year. We need top notch from the beginning to end. And the good thing, and I want to say this, I want to end on this note. The good thing about losing early in the playoffs is that now these injured players that didn't get the proper opportunity to rehab because of our short offseason of winning Super Bowl last year.
They can take time to recover.
They get time to recover. They get time to get healthy. Man. They get time to get back to what needs to be done for a better season in 2026. And I see that happening. I see that happen. And it all hinges on the proper pick at offensive coordinator. So Howie Roseman, it is on you. All right. I know you're gonna have Jeffrey Lurie there.
You're on the clock.
I know you're gonna have Nick Sirianni in your ear. It's on you, Howie.
You're on the clock.
I need you to pick the proper offensive coordinator. So, Susan, as much as I want to say I agree with you on this, yes, there was a time where I would say, you know what, get rid of A.J. Brown. But at $31 million, I am not getting rid of A.J. Brown. I cannot. It's not happening. All right. He missed that pass in the fourth quarter, and we were always devastated. We were all devastated. But the other two passes that we supposedly say he dropped, he was being held profusely, ugly, terribly, that did not get called. That after the game, the ref put out a report that said these calls should have been called. That makes us no mind, because that doesn't help us out. But at the end of the day, these players need to be better in 2026. Their attitude needs to be better. Their body language needs to be better. All right. 2026 is a year of prosperity, of growth, and another Super Bowl championship team. And we need to do that. All right. Because right now, if we sit A.J. Brown and get rid of him, and you got Smitty as your number one receiver, you don't have no other receivers. No. So therefore, you back in the Donovan McNabb area when we was looking for a number one receiver. And I love Smitty, but trust and believe, if Smitty is our only wide receiver,
it's a wrap.
And you looking at Johnny Wilson as another receiver, we're not throwing the ball. And we're looking at another 9-man in the box. Let's get some more comments real quick. In Howie, I trust Noah Smith in draft picks for Max Crosby. I think it's going to cost less than that. I'll be honest with you. I think the Raiders are done with Max Crosby. I think Max Crosby is done with the Raiders. The way they set him down the last game of the season, then put him on the IR, I don't see him coming back to that team. And don't be surprised if our number one draft pick is traded to the Cleveland Browns for the SEC champion. So, Jackie, I'm gonna tell you right now, those 77,000 plus fans inside the stadium saw it, because you know why they saw it in the stadium. They put the replay on the big screen and they paused it when the ball was in the air. They paused it and said pass. Yo, I gotta give it to the stadium people. They made sure that the refs are ass.
Yeah.
Pantel said Jalen Hurts needs to get back in the lab. Bad Boys is enough to break out of this less a hold. The offensive tackle kid from Alabama. Yes, we need some offensive linemen.
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, Tyler Steen is an ass. He's ass. All right. He's ass. He needs to be gone. All right, y'all. It's TJ Watt. No, he's not leaving Pittsburgh. I'm gonna tell you right now.
No, that's not happening.
TJ Watt,
and they gave him big money last year anyway.
He's not.
They gave him big money last year. He ain't going nowhere.
He's not going nowhere. So, whew, it's been a while. I was pissed off. I was extremely pissed off this season. I was trying to hold up hope that this team would change their stripes. But when you see somebody that develops those certain traits early on, they don't change their stripes. All right. The offense was atrocious. All right. The offense was terrible. from the preseason on. And it was reported from the reporters from WIP. They was talking about how bad the offense looked during the preseason, and now they're still saying there's when they say that during the preseason. In last year, they didn't say that. Last year, they say, "Oh, Jim didn't throw an interception for blah 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 blah," and he finally threw one interception the whole preseason. That means the practices. You knew something special was brewing with that team last year. This year was a totally different monster, and this year is over. And thank goodness this year is over. We get to look forward to what 2026 brings for this Philadelphia Eagles team as we get ready to gear up for offensive coordinator search, sign some free agents, and some drafts. I look forward to the draft. I don't know when the next time we're going to be on. My brother is on Instagram. I love my brother. I don't know what next time we'll be on. We might take a little break. But continue to watch the NFL season. I don't have no picks right now.
Pre-Super Bowl show? Right before the Super Bowl?
Nah, it's not the Eagles. I'm doing pre-show. It's not the Eagles.
All right.
So re-sign Becton. Yeah. Listen, all of our free agents that left last year didn't contribute to our team being successful. Even Josh Sweat, who had a very good season for the Arizona Cardinals, over 10 sacks for the season, double-digit sacks for the season. His team was still bounced, was still trash. Mekhi Becton was benched. That's crazy. Darius Slay was released, and he was claimed by the Buffalo Bills. And refused to play with them. They still own his rights. CJ was bounced from 2 teams last year. 2 teams. He went from the Texans to the Chicago Bears. And goodness gracious, I don't know what's with CJ, but something with him. He whatever team he goes to, they play good. They do. We do need a safety, unfortunately, but we need a cornerback, a second cornerback. More do we need a safety, because Cooper DeJean playing that Joker role as the nickel corner.
He's been doing good, man.
You know, that's why he's all pro.
Yeah.
Need some what Susan's drinking. Great show, fellas. We appreciate it, and we'll be bringing you back next season. No worries. But no holdouts.
Yeah, that part.
He won't be here. He'd be in Houston.
I'll be. We'll see. Flying.
I told you get a computer. We got you hooked up.
Flying. I had no problem flying in. I'm all over the country.
All right. So revamp offensive line, Sharif. Let me get that. Revamp O line. Give contracts to Coop and Q now. Solidify the front four. You have another 2 years for Coop. I think next year. For Q, you can hold off. He got 3 years. He's on his rookie deal.
They're going to stay here together, man. It's Crockett and Tubbs, man.
Susan said, "Remember Jackson, Deshaun Jackson? Are we serious?" She said she does. I still have my Westbrook jersey in the closet. Unfortunately, I love those teams, but they didn't win nothing.
Yeah,
Brian Westbrook, Donovan McNabb, Jeremiah Trotter, even Terrell Owens, all those teams, they didn't win jack nothing.
No.
All right, we're coming off the Super Bowl championship with the guys that we have, and they weren't satisfied because they feel as though they can went back to back to back to back. And don't be surprised if next year they're back on track, depending on the offensive coordinator. McDaniels. So if this is the last show, I'm going into football with y'all till next season. Jackie, I don't think mix that up. McNabb was our best quarterback, actually, believe it or not, in our franchise.
Numbers wise.
I don't think we're going to have. I think we will have another show. I'll be honest with you. I think we're having another show. I got to talk to our DarkKnight and Nichelle and see what the schedule looks like. We might have another show, depending on, especially if we get breaking news about offensive coordinator or who we're signing in the free agency. We definitely have a couple shows prior to then. But I love this post. Jalen Hurts should be one who picked the next offensive coordinator. He should not be the one that picks the offensive coordinator, but he should be there.
He would be involved.
He should be involved.
He should definitely be involved
with that process. He should definitely be involved. I say sign them now because before they are already all pros. Another great season means more funds will be demanded. Just looking. So Sharif, I got to be honest with you. This is their second season. When you are I got to end the show in a minute. When you are a top round draft pick, you get 5 years. You get 4 years automatic. You get the 5th year as an extension. I mean, as a option.
That's the option.
So you basically sign for 5 years as a first round draft pick. Then that 5th year is the club option. Now, during that 4th year of the team saying, "Oh, you're all pro," blah, blah, they can go ahead and extend you and say, "Forget all that." Or a lot of teams.
That's
like
what
to
Howie
do.
does. Howie likes to give it to you early, so you don't have to pay it later.
Yeah. So what a lot of teams like to do, they like to say, "No, forget that. We can still build more for our team and exercise that 5th year option." So Coop and Quentin. They're gonna have 3-year option, so we're gonna be at least 3 years, at least the next 2 years. Yeah, they're gonna be here.
They're definitely gonna get paid early. Are we taking one for the road, or what are we doing?
I'm done. I've been drinking wine.
Okay, all right, all right, man. Appreciate you, man. We love you. Good to be here. Good to be here, my brother. I hate the circumstances, you know what I mean, but it's been good to be here in Philadelphia, born and raised. On the playground where we spend most of our days.
Well, you didn't play basketball, so I don't know.
Yeah, I played football.
Yeah, you didn't play football good either.
Whatever.
I'm joking. My brother was a good football player. He was actually a great football player. I followed his footsteps. So the reason I played football was because of Shell.
Appreciate you.
If you didn't play football, I would play baseball. Truthfully.
I appreciate you, man. So
I was a much better baseball player. I never knew it.
Heck yeah.
I was an MVP place. That's crazy. So to our Eagles fans out there, Eagles Talk family, we appreciate y'all. Listen, keep it up for our Philadelphia Eagles. Keep the eye out for our show. We'll probably be on once we get an offensive coordinator and sign some unrestricted free agents. We'll probably do that show. We'll definitely be on before the draft, and we'll be on during the draft, so we can go over our draft and after our draft.
I might be on with you then.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that. All right, we keep that white boy. She's crazy. What is it? You got some corn liquor, Susan? Yo, Coop ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere for the next 3 years. He ain't going nowhere. So we appreciate y'all for tuning in to Eagles Talk. The number one Eagles Talk group on Facebook. It's for Eagles fans.
By Eagles fans.
And here we do a lot of things uniquely. Shout out to DarkKnight. Shout out to Nichelle. We are the Drink Traps on Facebook. And it's just fine. Susan, what you been drinking? Oh, man. I need what you've been drinking, Susan. But we appreciate y'all. Shout out to DarkKnight. He can't be here, had a family emergency, so he had to be off. Shout out to Nichelle. I know she's busy. She stays busy in the area of Camden. She has a lot going on over there. So shout out to her for doing big things. Shout out to my brother, as he's here for my grandfather who passed away recently, for his funeral. But our grandfather, Gandy Barksdale, was a tremendous individual. Yeah. As DarkKnight said in the beginning. And you know what? We appreciate everybody that send their condolences out to us and stuff of that nature.
Condolences, flowers, cards. We just say thank you to everybody.
He lived 94. He had 94 great summers. 94 summers. Yeah. So to you, to us, Happy New Year and all this other jazz. Make 2026 be great, not only to us, but to you, but into our Philadelphia Eagles as we search for a new offensive coordinator. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. We see you next time. Keep out on the lookout for us. And we're going. Peace.
We go live in 5.